the moment we've all been waiting for. Is this $200 exhaust going to sound just as good as all the other ones? Let's find out. What's happening? Welcome back to another video. Today, as you probably saw from the title and the thumbnail, we're gonna try the cheapest exhaust I've ever found for the RC. I bought it, so you don't have to. So this exhaust is going to be very similar to the Remark style. I was gonna purchase the Remark exhaust, and then I started to do a little research on it, and it turns out it's just a muffler delete, so it's just straight piped. So then I looked to see what other ones were, because other people on Reddit were like, why would I pay $500 or more for just straight piped? And it makes a really good point. The exhaust I found is less than $300, like $280 shipped. And it's supposed to be the exact same, and the box just got here. I have more parts I ordered, but unfortunately they didn't show up the same time. I contacted the people, because they said it's been ready to ship for like almost a week, so they're looking into that. But that just would be another video. But before we tear this exhaust off of here, just know this is literally going to delete the mufflers. So if your state requires you to have them, just keep the old ones, just in case if you have to go back, unfortunately. But we're going to do a before and the after, because you probably already heard it a million times. You probably heard like, oh, here's the before and the after. But for those who haven't, you got to do it. You got to hear the difference. And I've never heard it in person, so I'm excited. So let's go ahead and let's get the car jacked up and everything, get all the stuff we need. All right, so this is what we're gonna do a little before the exhaust change. Alrighty, well, let's see what we got in the box. Wow, right off the rip, we have all new bolts and hangers. That's actually nice. Didn't expect that. Being as cheap as this was going, I did not expect that. Instructions. We will not be needing those, hopefully. Oh. Let's take a look at these pipes here. Oh. Wow. That's honestly, this is not bad. I don't know if you can get a good picture of that. It's got some, that's a, oh, that peeling right off. That's peeling right off. Never mind. Nice. Welds don't look bad. Like I said, this is like half the price, but it'll just be these two exhausts. Now, the only other thing I've not found yet, put this down right here. Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. So it didn't come with any gaskets. No new gaskets. Maybe we can reuse our old ones? I don't know. Not exactly ideal. But not, I don't need that. I don't need it. All right. All right, so now we're gonna be using our jacks and our jack stands. Get the big loan up in here. Safety first. Granted, nothing looks really rusty under here. Car's only got 31,000 miles on it. So everything should be gravy. All right, let's keep going up with it. Put this down. Oh man, I'm tearing up my driveway. That way you can sit on that. It gives me something to lay on too. All right, so we got it pretty much all the way up. Let me get the camera situated here. So I only really needed to get one jack stand under there. You know, do your safety as you need. I got one, and then the jack. I'm kind of small, I can fit under here pretty well. So if the jack fails, that's tight. So I mean, I think it's more or less, but if you need to, you can get both sides. Not a big deal. Remember, safety first. Or third, whichever. All right, let's go get some of the tools we're gonna need. So here for the tools, we're going to be using PB blaster, screwdriver, the socket for the actual nut or bolt, a wrench for the other end, and then the ratchet to hold the socket, and a pair of channel lock pliers. So the channel lock pliers and the PB blaster are going to work together to be able to get the rubber hangers off of the exhaust if they want to be really, really tight. Luckily, this car only has 31,000 miles, so I'm assuming it's not going to be too hard, but let's see what we got going underneath. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see, but here we have one exhaust here, so it's got 2 bolts, and the other exhaust here, it's also 2 bolts. These are spring bolts. As you can tell, they're pretty clean. The only thing that has a little bit of rust is that, and then they just run down, and then they have these big guys. Now you can see the rubber grommet here. Now this is the end piece. Let me get a better angle. So you see this end piece? It's kind of like a bulb. So this causes it to be a little tight. You put a little PB blaster in there and you wedge it. And I'll show you how I wedge them in there to try and get them off. And it usually works pretty much every time. Let me make sure I actually got the right size socket. That would be embarrassing. Wait, what? Oh. After further inspection, it seems that only one side comes off. The spring bolt is not a nut, well, it is a nut on the other end, but it's a square nut that fits into the flange. I'm gonna try and take it off and then just see what happens. The wrench is gonna come in handy on the other side. Yeah, this other side's rather tight. Man, how nice would a freaking electric ratchet be right now? Well, how about that? One bolt down. 3 more to go. Two down. All right, so we got the bottom one and the top one. Since we have new hangers coming, there's no point in trying to fight this. We'll get this one off and take them with the exhaust and then just use all the new ones. Remember, we're gonna keep all the old stuff just in case if you have to put them back for whatever reason. We're probably gonna have to get a new gasket that goes in between these two joints, if it even has one. Ew, little wagga in there. Don't drink that. But yeah, just keep your old stuff. Let's go ahead and see if we can get that loose. Don't have a good angle, but pretty much what we're gonna do, spray some PB Blaster around in this area, and then use the pliers. Let me grab the pliers. Okay, so we'll grab the pliers, and you'll pretty much use this on one end and the other to squeeze down. So one end will go behind. Oh, now I know when people are like, oh, let me try and do this with one hand when they're making a video, and now I know how difficult this is. Oh my God. Like that. So one is behind it and one is right on the top. And so when you got it like this and you just kind of squeeze it, obviously I don't have a good angle on it. I don't know if I can't do it with one hand. I submit. But that's pretty much the idea. And so it'll squeeze it up enough and you should be able to just pop it off. Just be careful. This is gonna drop down. Don't have your face underneath of it. All right, yeah, so we'll probably try and get the exhaust hanger, the rubber ones, off on this side. See how difficult it is, and then we'll be able to mimic it on the other side. Just, you know, remember, whenever you're working under a car, safety first, right? So we got our jack stands, and all right, that wasn't too terribly bad. So got the back hanger off. We're gonna go ahead and tackle these ones. So looking at these ones, the exhaust one is a lot easier to get off. So I'll go ahead and fight those, get those two off of there, and then get the one, actually it's mounted to the body. Get that one off last. All right, let's get this bad boy out of here. Remember, don't hit yourself in the face. It's not like I've never done that. Oh yeah, this is coming off like a dream. Granted, yours might not come off as easy depending on what kind of car you have. If you're doing a Lexus, if you're not, if you just stumbled across the video, you know, what a great time to hit the like on the video if you haven't already. You know what I mean? We're just here, just hanging out. I'm underneath the car. Goku's got me. You saw it. I gave him my energy. He's good. Hit the like button for Goku. All right, let's get this off here. Uno's really got my back inside. If you can't hear him. Oh, hey, I didn't mean to get that close to you. How you doing? All right, at this part, we're gonna tackle it. So I'm being a little gentle. I don't want to pull like extremely hard and like yank it and it pinch my fingers and then I scream like Tom from Tom and Jerry. Rub your meat. Come on. Oh yeah, you're coming out of there. Oh, and just like that, I mean, it fell right on out of there. Easy. It was literally, holy shit. That's got heavy. Oh. All right, so don't forget, we're gonna get these ones off because we're gonna use the new ones. Only reason we're really gonna use the new ones is because the exhaust hangers on the new exhaust may not line up exactly with these. The last thing you want is it to be like rubbing or like the whole time you're driving, right? Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. So this is the brand new exhaust made from Extreme Online store. Literally the name of the store was Extreme Online. The exact same style as Remark. And this is the old. It's huge, way bigger, as you can tell. Much, much larger. Gonna get rid of all that. And we're gonna get some real noise coming out of her. So reverse of everything, we're gonna go ahead and throw these on, and then we'll go ahead and fire it up and see how she sounds. Now remember, we did not get a gasket. These come with what's called donut gaskets. We didn't get one, but the one on the car, for me, is still good. It's like 30,000 miles, so mine is not bad. But you might wanna look into getting a new one depending on how old your vehicle is. Let's get her in there. All right, hopefully you can still hear me. They got the mic up on the car. The exhaust is on here. The moment we've all been waiting for, is this $200 exhaust going to sound just as good as all the other ones? Let's find out. So I'm going to be really honest. That's amazing. That's hands down. That's awesome. That exhaust sounds so good, and it's not as loud as I thought it was going to be. This is not actually that loud. I mean, that got all the way up to $6 grand. Car redlines, I think, at what, 65 or something like that. I am so blown away at a $280 exhaust. Now granted, it's just the axle back, right? But just removing those mufflers, that sounds so much better. But either way, that's pretty much, I think that's all the time I got for this video. I reckon I could try and drive it. We gotta drive it, come on. Mosquito season is upon us, bro. This is terrible. I should have pulled over right there. Got these stupid